Ever catch yourself watching an old relative shuffle across the room? Maybe your grandpa, cane tapping, breath short, and think that's just age creeping in? I did, staring at my Grandpa Sam, 79, hunched over his coffee, assuming his slow fade was natural. Then I stumbled on a stat that hit me like a freight train. After 70, 99% of deaths boiled down to just 5 culprits. Not a vague old age excuse. These are real, sneaky risks, chewing away at folks we love, often because no one saw them coming. I used to think Sam's creaky knees and tired sighs were inevitable, till he landed in the ER, heart racing, and I realized most of this isn't fate, it's fixable. Today, we're cracking open these 5 killers: heart disease, falls, lung troubles, strokes, brain fade, not to scare you, but to arm you. They're behind nearly every goodbye after 75, but here's the kicker. You can dodge them, stretch your years, keep your spark. These aren't dry stats. They're lives I've watched flicker. Sam's, my Aunt Lila's, mistakes I made thinking it's too late. Stick with me to the end. There's a twist in the 5th reason that flipped how I see aging, plus a story midway that still chokes me up, showing how small moves can steal you decades. This isn't about fearing the end. It's about owning your days. Hit that like button. It keeps this real talk alive. Not subscribed? Click it, tap the bell. Don't miss out. Love this? Drop a 1 below. Not feeling it? A 0 tunes me. Got a health scare story? Share it. I'm here. Let's dive in. Ever picture your heart like an old engine, chugging along, tough as nails, keeping you rolling through decades of late nights and big laughs? I used to see my Uncle Ray, 77, that way. Broad shoulders, big appetite, always the guy with a burger in one hand and a story in the other. He'd huff up the porch steps, red-faced, waving off my "You okay?" with a grin. Just old, kid. Then one night he grabbed his chest, eyes wide, sweat beading, voice gone, heart attack, hit like a truck. We all stood there, stunned, thinking, this is it, his time's up. Wrong, heart disease might lead the pack after 70, snatching more lives than anything else, but it's not some grim reaper you can't outrun. It's a beast you can tame, and Ray's scare woke me up to that. A 2022 American Heart Association stat I stumbled on says it plain. 50% of heart disease is preventable. Food, steps, calm can rewrite your odds. Ray's ticker didn't quit from age. It was high blood pressure, creeping silent, hammering his arteries till they buckled. I'd nag him, check it, Unc, and he'd chuckle, till the ER doc laid it out. Years of salt-heavy fries, greasy takeout, and couch sprawls built a trap. Warning signs were there. Short breath on walks, tired legs we blamed on getting old. And I'd sit with her after, guilt chewing me raw, thinking, why didn't I drag him to a doctor? You don't need to be a gym rat. Swap the chips for an apple, stroll the block, breathe slow when the world piles on. Ray's still kicking now, ditches the junk, shuffles daily with a stick, grunts, should have listened years ago. I kicked myself, should have shoved a salad in his hands way back, said, Ray, your heart's gold, don't let it rust. He lost ground we could have held, years of fries I didn't fight. I felt it too, puffing after stairs, brushing it off, till Ray's gasp taught me better. If your chest tightens, your wind fades fast, don't nod it away. Feed that engine right, keep it purring. You've got more say over this than fate ever will. Start today, and your ticker's got years left to thrum. Ever watch someone sway, just a wobble, a rug's curl, and think they'll catch it? I did with my grandma Rose, 76, bustling in her kitchen, pots clanging, apron flapping, till she missed a stair one rainy afternoon. Crack, hips shattered, scream cut short, and in a blink, everything flipped. She went from pruning roses to staring at a ceiling. Legs still, eyes dim. I thought it was rotten luck, a fluke. Nope. Falls rank high after 70, a silent thief that doesn't just bruise, it steals your whole damn life. Rose's tumble wasn't old age. It was a dodgeable bullet we didn't duck. A 23 CDC report I dug into spells it out. Falls kill 30% of seniors. Millions hit the ER. Many never bounce back. Rose's balance slipped slow. Knees softened, eyes blurred. We didn't clock it till she crashed. I'd watch her shuffle, thinking, she's got this, till that stare proved me wrong. Fear gripped her. After, legs froze, muscles faded. A downward spin I didn't break. You can stop it. Chair squats, handrails, lamps bright as day. I fixed her place late. Rugs yanked, stairs glowing. She's wobbly, but up now, sighs, wish I'd braced myself. Doc said steady legs could have saved her wings. I still see that fall, her hand reaching, me too slow. I should have caught it. Rose, let's build those legs, nail that step. One slip cost her garden, her stride. Wish I'd rigged her world sooner. I've teetered too, tripped, laughed it off, till Rose showed me, one fall's too many. If your feet falter, your grip slips, don't wait. Shore up, stand firm. Your freedom's too sweet to lose. Ever hear a cough drag on, rough, stubborn, and think it'll pass? I saw it with my Aunt Lila, 78, wheezing through her nodding, shrugging, old lungs, no big deal. Then pneumonia slammed her. Hospital bed, oxygen mask, a battle she clawed through by a thread. Respiratory troubles sneak high after 70. Not some cosmic roll of the dice, but a lifeline we let fray. Lila's breath was her backbone. I didn't shield it till it nearly snapped. A 21 Lung Association piece I read cuts sharp. COPD and pneumonia spike in seniors. Ignored coughs kill. Lila's rasp wasn't age. Lungs scarred from dusty rooms, smoky winters. No strolls to stretch them. I'd say, rest up, not get out. Dumb move. Docs laid it bare. Walks, clean air. A flu shot could have dodged that ward. She's tethered to a tank now, shuffles slow. Whispers, should have fought harder. I'd sit by her window, watching her gasp, kicking myself. Why didn't I crack it open? Push her to move. You don't need much. Pace the yard, ditch the haze, jab that arm. She's hanging on, but those lungs cry regret. I wish I'd nudged. Lila, breathe big, keep 'em strong. Her air faded till it choked her. Should have handed her a mask sooner. I've hacked too, blame colds, not care. Till Lila taught me, lungs don't wait. If your chest rattles, your wind lags, don't sit. Clear the smog, stretch the bellows. You can outbreathe this beast. Ever imagine a moment where everything clicks off? Voice gone, hand limp, no heads up, just a blank wall of shock? I saw it with Grandpa Sam, 74. Mid-story, laughing, then his face drooped, eyes lost. Stroke hit like lightning. No thunder to warn us. It's a top killer after something fast and brutal, but not a ghost you can't chase off. Sam's last chuckle still rings in me. We didn't spot the spark till it blew. A 20 to 22 stroke foundation stat I found slices deep, 80% preventable. Pressure beats choices. Sam's blood roared high, no twinge, just a bustos burning quiet. I'd rib him, ease the salt, never checked. Till Doc said clots brewed in his wild pulse. Greens and walks could have snuffed it. I sat by his bed, his words mush, my throat tight. Why didn't I drag him to a clinic? You don't need much. Track your numbers. Chew spinach. Step lively. He's half back, slurs tails, spirit dented. Missed my window, he mumbles, and I see years we lost in that silence. I should have hollered. Sam, test it, move it. One strike stole his roar. Wish I'd pushed that cuff on him. I felt it, dizzy spells, shrugged off, till Sam showed me. Strokes don't knock. If your head swims, your grip fades, don't blink. Guard your flow, save your spark. You can sidestep this blow. Ever watch someone slip away? Keys lost, names fogged, a blank stare where a grin used to be? I saw it in my neighbor, Mrs. Jean, 80, called me that boy, left her stove blazing, wandered off. Dementia tiptoed in, then roared loud. Cognitive decline ranks big after 70. Not just a memory thief, but a life ender, unraveling all she was. Jean's drift gutted me. We pegged at old age, not a fight we could win. A 2023 Alzheimer's Association note I read says it's stark. 30% risk drops with work. Puzzles, sweat, talk. Jean's days dulled. No books, no walks, too alone. I'd wave, she's good, till she vanished. Cops brought her back, eyes empty. Doc said brain games, fish, friends could have held her. She's in care now, a shell murmurs, wish I'd stayed sharp. I'd stand there helpless, seeing her fade. Why didn't I toss her a crossword? Pull her out. You don't need genius. Read a page, jog a lap, chat a spell. She's locked away, but her lesson's free. I wish I'd said, Jean, flex that mind, dance a bit. Her anchor sank till it drowned her. Should have handed her a book sooner. I've blanked too, forgot names, laughed, till Jean taught me, minds fade fast. If your thoughts blur, your steps stray, don't drift, anchor deep, hold tight. You can outsmart this fade. Let's peel back the skin of this thing. 3 souls who etched these lessons into my bones with their stumbles, their gasps, their quiet goodbyes. First up, Mr. Tom, 81, the gruff guy who ran the corner store down my street. Barrel chest, always flipping burgers on that grease-slick grill, a fry dangling from his lips like a cigarette. He'd lean over the counter, chuckling, "I've got time, kid," swatting my "walk with me" like a fly. Till one humid afternoon, mid-story about his fishing days, his hand froze. Eyes bulged, heart seized right there between the register and the candy rack. I ran over shouting, but he crumpled, gone before the sirens wailed. I brought soup to his wife days later, her tears splashing into the bowl, voice cracking. He loved those fries. I stood there, gut twisting. Why didn't I yank that burger away, shove him out the door for a lap? He thought age was just a number, didn't see the ticker counting down. Tom burned it into me. Feed your heart right, keep it moving, or it quits when you least expect it. Then there's Mrs. Clara, 75, my next-door shadow. White hair in a bun, always humming as she swept her porch. Spry as a sparrow till winter iced her steps. One morning I heard the thud, raced out, found her sprawled, leg twisted, broom skittered away. "Just a fall," she gasped, clutching my arm. I thought she'd shake it off. Nope, hip snapped, bed claimed her, spirit leaking out with every day she lay still. I'd peek through her window, see her stare at the ceiling, eyes dull where they once danced, fixed her walk after, rails gleaming, too damn late. She'd whisper, "Should have watched my step." And I'd nod, swallowing the lump. Why didn't I salt that ice, bolt that banister sooner? Clara's crash carved it deep. One slip can steal it all. Steady your feet or the ground wins. Last Uncle Pete, 79, the family's couch king, cigarette glowing, smoke curling around him like a shroud. He'd puff, shrug. Old habit, keeps me calm, brushing off my "let's walk" with a raspy laugh till his lungs gave up, collapsing him into a chair, gasping, clawing for air till the end. I'd sit by, helpless, as he wheezed, "Wish I'd traded this for a breeze," smoke still on his breath. I'd handed him packs in my teens, not air, not hope. Doc said years of tar and stillness choked him. I see him now, gray face fading, and kick myself. Why didn't I drag him outside, crack a window wide? Pete's last rasp drilled it home. Breathe right, step light, or your lungs cash out early. These aren't just tales, they're scars I carry, lessons they bled for me. Tom's fry-stained grin, Clara's porch hum, Pete's smoky haze. They taught me what stats can't. Ignore your ticker, your step, your air, and they'll turn on you. I should have fought harder. Now I fight for you. What's the pulse here? After 70, 99% of deaths tie to these five: heart, falls, lungs, strokes, brain. But they're not your jailers, they're doors you can lock. Spot 'em, tired breath, wobbly steps, fuzzy thoughts. Shift 'em with small moves. Greens, rails, chats, and thrive. Not just survive. Tom's last fry, Clara's ice slip, Pete's wheeze. I missed their signs till they screamed. A 20 on the 3 AARP stat says 60% of seniors dodge these with care. Numbers hug my regrets. Your years aren't theirs to steal, they're yours to stretch. Health's no dice roll, it's yours to grip. Feed your ticker, steady your feet, clear your air, guard your flow, sharpen your mind. I learned later with Charmaine, Rose, Lila. What hit you? Tom's soup steam? Clara's snapped quiet. Pete's last gasp? Drop it below. Try a walk. Check a sign. Tell me. Love this? One and share. Spark someone's shift. Not your beat? Zero tunes me. Subscribe. Bell on. Age fierce, not frail. Next time, spot the traps, shift your path, thrive your way.